Hello there, my YouTube chums. Today you find me playing Jungle King, released in the arcade in 1982 by Taito. Here, one plays a Tarzan-esque chum who must fight his way through 3 areas of jungle jeopardy before reaching a 4th, which contains a damsel about to be plonked into the cooking pot. I love the feel of swinging through the warm Amazonian air like this. In fact, on my quiet, contemplative days at Fortescue Towers, I often pine for the views of vine and exotic wildlife. All because of something that happened many years ago. It all started one ordinary Tuesday afternoon, with the appearance of Bunty Norris's excited and flustered face at my potting shed window, just as I was watering my prize marrow ready for this year's Best in Show. Bunty had just had a narrow escape. He'd had it on gut authority that members of the local Women's Institute were headhunting likely beefcakes for their upcoming calendar, and Bunty, on account of his devilish good looks, was at the top of their hit list. He'd been spotted feeding the ducks at the village pond by a pack of ladies from the WI. Just as he was surrounded and all hope of escape seemed lost, he was grabbed by the arm and pulled through the doorway of the puzzled peacock and straight into the snug at the back. He'd been rescued by our old sports and science master, Monty Milburn. "I've got the chance of a lifetime proposition for you, Bunty." 2 double shots of Flacker's Ruin were brought to the table as Monty furtively unfurled an ancient treasure map. "Now, keep this under your hat, Norris. What you're looking at is the secret location of the ancient treasure from a civilization that was lost to man, to time, to memory, until now. But how did you come by such a map, sir?" "I won it off the vicar in last night's poker session with the lads. The mum's the word. My own stake in the game couldn't have been higher. I put up my house, my Flacker's Ruin, even my wife. Oh, I can't believe you gambled your bottle of Flacker's Ruin on the result of a card game, sir." "Never mind that, Norris. The important thing is that we have the map now." "We, sir?" "Yes, Norris, we. I can't go because the flora and fauna of tropical rainforests play havoc with my allergies. The deal is this. I give you the map. You and your chums find the treasure, and we split the riches 20-80 in my favour." Well, the thought of missing out on the adventure of a lifetime didn't bear thinking about. So before you could say 20-80 to Monty Milburn, Bunty, Arabella, Winston the cat and myself were off in the old Fortescue flying forktail. After some time, we touched down in the rainforests of Karamanjara. Exotic bird song echoed all around. The early morning sun was already beating down on our brows, and the rhythmic beat of bongo drums was drifting across the towering treetops. We'd had time to study the fine details of the map on our way, and had landed where X marked the spot. "Excellent," said I. "Extraordinary," said Bunty. "Meow," said Winston. "Get on with it," said Arabella. So we dug and searched and searched and dug. The sun rose ever higher and became ever hotter, and our perspiration ran like rivers into that exotic earth. But alas, it was all in vain. There was no treasure to be found. Finally, we looked up to find ourselves surrounded by unfriendly-looking, spear-wielding, drum-thumping natives. Oh, I failed to save the lady. I must rectify this immediately. I'll cheat. The end justifies the means here, I think. Anyway, it turned out that the natives were kindred spirits, fellow marrow growers who had been thwarted from planting in the most fertile jungle floor by a local bylaw, which forbade burrowing into the ground by locals. To say they were delighted by our efforts would be an understatement. It finally dawned on us that we had got the wrong region, the wrong country, the wrong continent. Still, the natives were jolly decent to us, treating us and feeding us like royalty. And there was even more food on the way too, if that giant pot was anything to go by. For some reason, Arabella suggested we beat a hasty retreat. We may not have found the treasure, but had indeed been rewarded with the adventure of a lifetime. No, stop it. It's all in a day's work, my dear. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe, tell your friends, like me. Until next time, this is Lord Fortescue saying toodle pipsy and my jungle-loving chums.